All right.
That team that he lit up. I'm talking about the new New Orleans Saints quarterback, Jim Everett. There's the game winner right there. All right, that was then, and this is now. He's now a member of the Saints. Jim, good to have you on the show.
Good to be here, Jim. Thank you.
Check that. Chris Everett, good to have you on the show.
You know what? You've been calling me that for about the last 5 years.
About 2 years, actually, Chris.
Well, hey, you know what? Let me say one thing. In that game, how many sacks did I have that we came back and won?
How many sacks did you have?
How many sacks?
Let's see, but this was back in 1989. You may have even been Jim Everett back there, but somewhere along the way, Jim, you ceased being Jim and you became Chris.
Well, let me tell you a little secret. That, we're sitting here right now, and if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time,
I already did it twice.
You call it one more time, we better take a station break.
Well, it's a 5-minute segment, or 5-segment show. We got a long way to go.
Well, we do.
We got a long way to go.
We do.
I'll get a couple segments out of
you.
you.
It's good to be here with you, though.
Well, it's good to see you,
because
too.
You've been talking like this behind my back for a long time.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, we got no problem with that.
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
I mean, can you imagine if something like this would go down now? I know yesterday, I had all the stuff with Rappaport on whatever that stupid fucking show is with Skip Bayless, but something like this now, the memes and the GIFs and the TikToks and the conspiracies that would come out if something like this happened today, if Drew Brees went on Colin Cowherd's show and Cowherd was, calling him a name that he didn't like, and he just went and fucking dove over the table and got to Cowherd. I mean, it'd be great for me. I would love that. I am kind of rooting for that. But this is 1994, so happy Jim Everett, Chris Everett, Jim Rome Day.
Now a member of the Saints. Jim, good to have you on the show.
Good to be here, Jim. Thank you.
Check that. Chris Everett.
He hits the check that so hard.
Member of the Saints. Jim, good to have you on the show.
Good to be here, Jim. Thank you.
Check that. Chris Everett. Good to have you on the show.
Check that.
Oh, you know what? You've been calling me that for about the last 5 years.
So you know that Jim Everett agreed to do this show, and his PR person or his agent or whoever was like, "Hey, would you want to do Jim Rome show?" And Jim was like, Everett, I'll call him Everett. Everett was like, I know that Rome has said some shit about me and he does the whole Chris thing. I don't really know if I should. And his agent was like, no, come on. It could be good. Like, it could be fun. And you guys can squash your shit and it'd be good for you, like some good pub. Everett's still kind of like, he didn't want to do it. You just know that he didn't really want to do it because he didn't really want to do it because of the way that right here, he immediately snaps into fuck you, Jim Rome.
Good to be here, Jim. Thank you.
Check that. Chris Everett. Good to have you on the show.
You know what?
He knew that some bullshit like that was coming from little Jim Rome. And as soon as it did, right there, when he says, you know what? He's thinking, 1, fuck this guy. 2, fuck my agent who talked me into coming on this bullshit show. And now this guy is calling me Chris. And I knew he was going to call me Chris, and I'm pissed off about it.
You've been calling me that for about the last 5 years.
About 2 years, actually, Chris. Well,
Jim Rome is so the guy at the lunch table in high school that is just a smart ass, and you want to do this exactly too. You want to do the exact same thing. There's always a smart ass guy that messes with like the jocks in high school or in college, mostly high school. And it's the little smart ass dweeby guy who couldn't play football or basketball or whatever it is. But again, he's got like the little man syndrome. And so he's a weasel and he knows that he can't physically mess with you. So mentally he's got to mess with you. Seen it too many times, seen it, plenty of times where I went to school. And that's exactly what Jim Rome is. And he did it to Jim here and Everett fell for it.
Hey, you know what? Let me say one thing.
Because when he did, that's the kind of guy Jim Rome is when he did the second one.
You've been calling me that for about the last 5 years.
About 2 years, actually, Chris. Well,
He could have just said about 2 years, actually. But the fact that he doubled down with about 2 years, actually, Chris. Jabs. Little jabs, man. Body jabs. That's what those little guys do. That's what those dweeby guys do. Mental game.
Hey, you know what? Let me say one thing. In that game, how many sacks did I have that we came back and won?
How many sacks did you have?
How many sacks?
Let's see, but this was back in 1989. You might have even been Jim Everett back there, but somewhere along the way, Jim, you ceased being Jim and you became Chris.
Well, let me tell you a little secret. That, you know, we're sitting here right now, and if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my...
I love the graphic right here, you know? Jim Everett, don't call me Chris, okay? It doesn't say Rams quarterback. It says, don't call me Chris, okay?
Face one more time.
I already did it twice.
You call it one more time. We better take a station break.
Well, it's a 5-minute segment, or 5-segment show. We got a long way to go.
Well, we do.
We got a long way to go.
We do.
I'll get a couple segments out of you.
You can just, you know, when you're like at a bar or you're at a house party and there's a guy that you don't really like and he's just being a complete, he's just being a complete dickhead putz to you, you know? And you know that it's bullshit what he's giving you, and he knows that it's bullshit what you're giving back, and the tension is there, and everybody that's around you is kind of like, you know, they're kind of looking around, they're like, okay, are we catchphrase? Are we doing catchphrase? Like they're trying to change the subject immediately because this back and forth that you got going on of little fake laughs. Like, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. No, come over sometime. Yeah. We should get on the course sometime. Oh yeah, no, I'll show you a thing or two. It'd be great. All right. Anybody need a refill? Catchphrase?
Good being here with you, though.
Well, it's good to see you too.
Good to see you too, man. Oh my God.
Fucking like this behind my back for a long time.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well,
It is so that at a house party, man. Oh my God. That guy that you just hate. I said it right here. It's a 5-minute segment in a 5-segment show.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, we got no problems
well, I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
Dude, look how little he is right here. Look at this.
Bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
I mean, good for Jim Rome, I guess, for just being like, look, I know I'm going to get my ass beat. But he probably honestly legitimately, like Jesus, how many fucking things? Probably honestly legitimately. Just say it. He didn't think that Jim Everett was actually going to do this. So he's, for ratings, you know, he's being the smart ass fucking Jim Rome. I bet I do, Chris.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
Like, what is he going to do, man? This right here, I want this framed. Jim Everett, Purdue guy. Shout out, people forget about that. Jim Everett's Purdue guy. Purdue quarterback, just absolutely taking it to Jim Rome here. And there's no Jim Rome. Look, he looks like your little fucking brother. He's got like his feet off the ground. They're like dangling. He's like the little dweeb in high school or in middle school that you like traditionally, you know, like TV shows, you like put him up against the locker and his feet are like this. His face too, man. He's like, don't come after me.
Just getting in. Just kidding.
Yeah, I hate the ending where they like try to dub over the Jim Everett or the Jim Rome talk. 27 years though. Wow. 27 years. Happy anniversary to that.